I want that person.
It's a real good story.
Dead.
No, I'm glad he lived. But the award.
Good boy.
I'm switching my answer now. There we go.
I was going to say you got it because you're so sweet and innocent.
Travis.
There's a semi. Game on!
Welcome, everybody, to the SquadPod. Happy Tuesday night.
Happy Tuesday. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? So, just so everyone's aware, tonight, Lysandra and I are both standing
Yes.
instead of sitting. So if you see, we're
I'm
on
doing
the move.
squats while we're...
Right. That is actually not a bad idea. You're supposed to do that. If you're in meetings and you're not on camera, as a fitness instructor, stop and do a little bit of,
Yeah.
a little bit of work. Before we get started, obviously, we always like to remind you to watch, subscribe on YouTube at Bougie Sports. You can also find us at The Real Squad Pod on X, and we are on Facebook at Bougie Sports. And the website is down still, bougiesports.com. But if you need us, you can find us anywhere else, right? So it'll be up and running and better than ever. Yvette's working on that right now. So tonight we have a special guest from Voice of the Land podcast. We have APJ. We'll have him come in. Yay.
Yeah. Yep. Always nice.
Yeah. Hi, Janine.
So let's bring him on.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. Doing great. Cavs are winning. Guardians are winning. Apparently we got a draft this week.
Yeah.
Right. Such a
you
big deal for us.
You totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I know. Right?
Draft. What's a draft? First round picks? What are those?
I know.
Right.
I'm delusional.
Just when I got football out of my system, the draft is coming back to get me all excited again, and now I got to wait several months, so that's no fun.
Right.
The draft is like a tease.
It's I'm kind of waiting for it to just be over so I can get the super early mock draft and then see us in the first round and be like, yeah, we're back.
That's right.
Definitely.
All right. Well, let's get into our table talk, Lysandra. What do we have up first?
Well, let's take a look and see what's going on here.
We always have such good.
This is our new logo, by the way.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Yvette has been working hard on all of the things that have to do with Bougie Sports and Squad Pod. But before we get into any of the basketball and all the good stuff, we were talking about the draft. And so I actually pulled up and made a fancy little graphic of CVS Sports' mock draft as of the 22nd. So right now we have Caleb Williams going number 1 by the Bears.
For sure. With
Drake May at number 2 for the Commanders and JJ McCarthy for the Patriots at number 3. Anything that stand out for you, APJ?
JJ McCarthy at number 3.
You think that would be going?
I dig if he did, I'd be horrible. Overdraft. I'm not a big JJ McCarthy fan. I think he had the best team in college. I don't know if he was one of the best quarterbacks by any means. I'm biased also, so I'm not a big fan of anyone from Michigan.
True. But yeah, this kind of sets the stage.
It would be fitting though if he was with the Patriots. They like to cheat.
Oh my God, the deflate gate.
The
spying. The
Spygate on.
I was like, never mind. And then Spygate, I forgot about Spygate.
And then they got caught at our place, remember?
Yes.
Watching the Bengals.
Yeah.
And there's some known cheaters. It makes sense if JJ McCarthy ended up there.
What do you think about our own Marvin Harrison going to the Cards?
I think that's where he's going to go. I don't want him to go there.
No, me neither.
It reminds me of when David Boston was drafted to the Cardinals, and ended up like derail. I mean, he started off great in the NFL, but he didn't really have any good quarterbacks. And yeah, I kind of want Marvin Harrison to end up with the Chargers. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, see, him and Justin Herbert would be a great.
Oh, it would be a
great combo.
Yes.
Fantasy football like gold right there.
Yes.
I didn't want to think about that.
No, that definitely.
I was in your guys' fantasy league. I came in dead last, so let's not talk about it.
I
that was
down
right
there
above
with
you. Terrible.
I thought I was last.
No. Oh, our
half my team was injured by like week 2.
Yeah, that was the year last year. That was the year for the injuries, all the crazy injuries that went on
everywhere. Quarterbacks down left and right. Our podcast mom says hello to APJ.
Hello. Good to see you.
Yeah.
That's your this is your podcast mom?
That's what that's what I call Yvette.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes she comes on beforehand and then she jumps off and I was like, ooh, it feels naughty when she leaves. Like we can be bad now.
Yeah.
Oh, she says we will run it back, the league. Oh, I know. Yeah. It's gonna be on this year. It's gonna be bigger.
I'm ready to actually take control here. I actually have a few fantasy championships under my belt with other leagues, so I need to.
You need to take our league.
I do.
You do. I have no aspirations for that whatsoever, but I'm going to cheer you all on. I'm going to play along, but you guys got it.
I'm going to get
I think I got myself down to one league finally.
That's good.
I was at a point, I think I had like 7 leagues. I'm like, I'm out of control.
It makes football Sunday stressful.
When you have that many teams, you're like, yes, no, I don't know what. Wait, am I rooting for them to do good or not do good? And it's just confusing.
That's funny.
What is your favorite thing about the draft, by the way?
I think the build up to it for me, it's like a holiday for me at home. I like to watch draft day. I usually take a half day off of work. I
actually love that movie.
I do. Yeah. I love that movie. I love it. I watch it every year since it's come out for it's just a draft day thing for me at my house. Yep.
I worked it when it was here for Cleveland, so I was there that whole weekend, and it was so. Oh my gosh, I had the absolute best time, just smiling, laughing. I mean, just all the excitement, everybody being here and spotlight on the city. It was just amazing, and good for Detroit. I mean, that's going to be a great event, obviously, for the city of Detroit too.
Absolutely.
I wish I could go up there and actually experience it.
I love just that, like, where else do you get to watch someone that they went and worked their butts off for so long and you get to see them, their dreams come true. It's like literally watching Make-A-Wish. Oh, they're like, when you see the family together and they got the grandma and the mom and they're all crying, you're just like, oh, that's just awesome TV. That's why that draft does so well.
Yeah, definitely.
There's the heartstrings.
Definitely.
It was great when Macho Man came on stage for us. He definitely repped Cleveland well.
Yes. Better than Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that guy.
That caused a little bit of an uproar on Twitter.
That did.
There.
Yeah, that did.
Yep.
All right. So, moving on over. Who do we have next?
I think we're going to talk about the Cavs.
Yes.
Actually. I think that we're going to talk about the Cavs in the NBA playoffs. So how about them Cavs up 2-0 on the Magic?
Looking good.
I mean, they had to go up 2-0 almost they pretty much said, we want the Magic. They made their bed, they slept in it, and they did a really good job so far. Even with that, I mean, if they were making their threes, they'd be blowing this team out the water.
Yeah.
But they're beating them with defense and rebounding and just Donovan Mitchell playing like an absolute all-star.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And can we get some love for Jared Allen?
Oh, for
absolutely. Sure. He's actually showing up this playoffs. I know that he got caught up in the lights a little bit last year against the Knicks in the playoff series there, and but he's definitely turned it around. He's looking a lot better.
So I'm gonna toot my own horn on this one. right at the end of last year's playoffs, everyone got so mad at Allen. And all I did is go, you know what? Just take this as an opportunity to learn and drive yourself, make it hurt so bad that you're going to never want to feel like that ever again, and come back better than ever. All season he proved he was better than ever, and now he's doing the playoffs, and he deserves all the glory that he's going to get. Because I don't know, I thought it was everyone made way bigger deal of him saying that the lights were too big. I'm like, he was just literally being honest. Everyone wants like, you should have lied. I'm like, no, he's being honest. Like, he wants it to hurt. He wanted that criticism.
Yeah.
And it
Some
made him better.
people are driven by that. So
For sure.
Don't tell me I can't do something, because now I'm like, oh yeah, I'll show you.
The hell
Times
I
20.
can't.
Yeah.
That's
Right?
how I've always been. So
What do you both think? I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but while we're talking about the Cavs, because this has also been something that you hear all the time, and something that always, I hear all through football season is, what do you think about, fire JB, keep JB, fire JB, keep JB? How secure do you think his job is right now?
He's an NBA coach. There's no such thing as security unless you're
that's true.
Greg Popovich is the only one that has a job secure in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's just plain and simple.
Yeah.
So let's say we lose to the Magic. Do you think he's gone?
Yeah, he ain't gonna lose to the Magic, but if he lost to him after going up 2-0, he'd be gone for sure.
Absolutely. I think that it matters how they lose in the playoffs. Like if they completely implode and just suck ass and lose really bad in the playoffs, yes, I could see him getting fired. But if they actually put forth a great effort and they're executing the game plan and hitting their shots and they're consistent, and and JB's making all the right moves coming off the bench and everything, then, I could see them keeping him another year if they have a disappointing series because of how it was played, and not so much whether they win or lose, because it's still a young team.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that how young this team really is. Like, Jared Allen is extremely young. He's still in his low 20s.
Yeah.
And
oh, that feels so long ago.
Yeah, I hear you. We were just talking about it at work. You're like, oh, the kid's back hurts. I'm like, dude, just ask me what time of the day it is. Something else hurts that part of the day.
Something else hurts.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Do we want to watch our movie now?
Oh, yeah. So I made a jam sesh for everybody for the NBA playoffs. I was able to squeeze in a little bit from yesterday, but this is actually from the past couple of days. So I hope you all enjoy.
And do you want to also tell them about the very end? Because maybe somebody didn't see that game, the end of that game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, why would I spoil the end? Let's just say.
Okay. All right.
Let's just say that it
you
was
really watched
a game
the end
from last night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. this series has been really good.
The Nuggets games.
Yeah. This one right here.
That
Game
is
winner.
cold-blooded.
Yes.
He
right?
shot that over Anthony Davis, who's
Yes.
like a premier defender.
Yep.
Buzzer beater.
Yes.
Wow.
I know you live in Colorado and probably kind of partial to the Nuggets, but man, that's killing me. My LeBron love is.
You know, I have my heart is torn between the two because I love LeBron. I do have a love for the Nuggets, but my love, I don't know. I just have a lot of love to spread in the playoffs during the
But
I love you all.
my radio nemesis, Aaron Goldhammer, is a huge Nuggets fan. So like, the funny thing is, I like so many of their players. And I'm like, God, I have to root against you for some reason. Like, I keep finding myself rooting against Joker. I'm like, you're so likable. Damn it.
Right?
He
I want
is.
to
He's
hate
just
you.
like he cares more about his horses, but he still kicks ass at basketball. It's the craziest thing. But yeah,
This playoffs have been awesome. Like a lot
It
of buzzer
has.
beaters so far, and
Yes.
I've noticed
very
though
chippy.
some of the Eastern Conference games have been a little more lopsided, and as far as the score is concerned, and but overall, I think this has been a really entertaining playoffs. The bracket here I have pulled up of all the teams, and I actually kind of came up with some of my own predictions, and I was going to kind of go over some of these, and maybe you can kind of tell me what stands out to you guys. But I actually see the Nuggets taking it all the way and repeating as long as Jokic and Murray are on the floor together and are in sync. They're pretty unstoppable.
Yeah, they just look like the complete team right now, to be honest.
Yeah. And you know, the Celtics are.
Here's the
on
thing, though. I don't think they're as good as they were last year.
Correct.
I think they're they're more beatable than they were last year. I know none of these teams are unbeatable. Not a single one. Like you see, like for so long it was okay. It's you either got to if you're coming from the East, you have to beat LeBron and the Cavs. If you're coming from the West, you got to beat the Warriors and Steph Curry. And then for like earlier in the '90s, you had to beat the Bulls. Before that, the Pistons. Like there was these teams that had these like super icons. The Lakers in the '90s with Kobe and Shaq. Like there is no super team. Even the Celtics, who were everyone just deeming them to win it this year, and it's their year. They seem to like fall asleep a lot of times at the late in games, and in the playoffs they seem to choke like a lot.
Yes.
And
You need to take
the more you
advantage of
do that, the more it gets in your head too. It's a big snowball effect. So none of them are beatable. Like I say, the Cavs, if they play their A game and they start catching fire now, like they did right before the All-Star break, these dudes can take a run. As long as we ain't got guys trying to hurt our players and taking cheap shots.
Yeah,
Right?
I've
Like,
seen
right?
I've seen the Cavs digress a little bit after the All-Star break, and now, you know, like you just said, APJ, if they can actually get back to that, you know, that love and feeling, and actually are in sync. I mean, the Cavs will go as far as Mitchell will take them, but the supporting cast definitely has to be more consistent in their play. Because if they're not knocking down these threes when they're making stupid passes and that kind of stuff, it's, you know, they're done after the second round.
Yeah, like Darius Garland's got to cut the turnovers down dramatically. Max Strus, you came here from a playoff team. You need to make your threes, and I think he'll fall. He's kind of a streaky shooter as is.
Yeah,
it's just the little tweaks, and you'll be right there with anybody.
Yeah.
And those two big guys got to be continue playing tough. Jared Allen is actually the person that's going to take you further than you think. Like Donovan Mitchell is going to be an all-star, and he just can't do what he did with the Knicks. Like I get into that and what happened. I think what happened there, but yeah, I think Jared Allen is the biggest key component for this team. When he is on his game, like the Cavs are a different team.
Yeah, for sure. And the problem is I actually am a little tossed on this second part. The Pacers and the Bucks. I This one here, I could see the Bucks advancing, but I also, with Giannis not being 100% and just the Bucks in general, ever since Doc Rivers has taken over, it just seems like the Bucks,
the most overrated coach in the NBA.
Yeah,
Doc Rivers.
he hasn't won a championship since 2008, and his coaching style has not evolved with the game.
And who was his 3 players that he had on that team? Yeah.
Oh, he had Garnett and
Paul Pierce and Ray Allen in their prime.
That was the other one. Yes, in their prime. So he had it pretty easy there. And now he hasn't been able to duplicate his success in any of the teams that he has gone to after that. And I just can't see him being able to advance out into the second round. And I see the Pacers going forward. And then, with the Knicks and the 76ers, the 76ers, I'm a little shaky about because Embiid isn't 100% still.
I'm with you on the Pacers possibly being able to upset the Bucks. Something I noticed is, what did everyone talk about from the first game? Dame Lillard's first half, 35 points.
Yep.
What was his total?
Oh, it probably was
35 points. He didn't score another point.
He didn't score any more?
Holy crap.
No. And I'm like, did they figure something out? I have no idea. Was he like, all right, I got to get my guys going? But it seemed like the Pacers, if they could hold him, like, yeah, I don't know what happened there. They barely won that game, but we'll see.
Yeah. And
right.
Yeah, and the Knicks they had a great win last night with DiVincenzo. How does he say his name?
Help me win my parlay bet last night.
Nice.
All right.
Very, very nice. And, the Western Conference is a totally different story here. I see the Oklahoma taking it over the Pels with Zion Williamson out with the hamstring. And with the Mavericks.
Dallas I couldn't believe they lost that game.
I know. And the thing is Dallas is better than that. And I see them advancing to the second round. I can't see the Clippers advancing any further without their best defensive player in Kawhi Leonard, helping them with him on the sideline. And, until James Harden proves to me that he could actually not choke in the playoffs, it can't all just be up to Paul George and Russ. So I think that the Mavericks are going to take that series. And for the Timberwolves and the Suns, I think as long as the Suns decide that they want to play in the fourth quarter and keep their leads, then I think that they can advance. And I just think that the Nuggets are just going to be too much for the Lakers.
So I agree with that. I think the Timberwolves are actually pretty damn good. Like,
they are good.
Ant-Man is the truth. Like, that dude is for real, and he plays crazy defense. And you got Rudy Gobert, who's awesome in defense, and the Cat, he's a hell of a defender, but they all could score. And I think the reason you keep seeing the Suns dropping these leads in the fourth quarter is because their team's built so top heavy. They have no bench, really. So those dudes are older, and they're playing all those minutes. By the fourth quarter, they're spent, and that ain't going to get any easier. Yeah. So the Suns, I would not be surprised if they get bounced in the first round.
You have a very good point. I just can't see the firepower of Durant and Booker allowing that to happen.
Oh, trust me, I bet on them to win the first game. I thought they were going to win, and I was like, "What?" I turned it on. I'm like, "What the hell happened here?"
I'm losing.
I don't think Durant is Durant anymore. He don't seem as explosive as he used to be. He could shoot the hell out of the ball, but he can't he's not taking people off the dribble like he once did, and I don't know. That team just doesn't seem to mesh that well, or something's wrong with it. Because, like you said, they have so much firepower. I feel like they should be blowing anybody out the water. When they made the trade that got Bradley Beal, I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. They're going to be a force. But
Beal's always injured.
Yeah,
right.
And I don't even know what he did in that game, but must not have been much because they got smoked.
Yeah. So overall, though, I really do think that if the Nuggets are on point with Murray and Jokic, that I see them doing a repeat. So
okay, I guess we will see what happens. We'll be bringing this back up at the end and see how you did.
Yes, I should save that, huh?
Save it.
Okay.
Save that. That would be great. That'd be exciting to see.
Yeah.
You guys should do a bracket challenge amongst all your guys' selves.
You know, there was a
Yeah.
bracket challenge on ESPN for the NBA playoffs, and I missed the deadline. Like, I looked in
Yeah.
there and I was like, shit.
I'm doing one, but yeah. So hoping I win. Anyway. All right, let's move on. What do we have up next? Oh, hello, Jamie. I got this. Oh yeah. Tough to go back to back. Good point.
It is. Yeah,
Good
it
point.
is. It
Good
is.
to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Former guest of the Squad Pod.
Yes.
Of all the three sports, what do you think is the easiest to go back to back? I'd probably say NBA.
Would you? I'd say football.
I say
Football's
NBA
tough
because
of injuries.
football
True,
also
but-
has 60 players. If you can keep a team of 15 together, it's a lot easier than a team of 60 men.
Mhm.
That's
That
sad,
and-
though.
You know how many three-peats there's been in the NFL?
Not what couple? Not
0. That's why the Chiefs have the chance to be the first three-peat.
I keep thinking of them when you said that initially. That's right where my mind went. Freaking
And I
Chiefs.
mean, there's a bunch of three-peats in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I probably would have to say probably would be the NBA, but I mean, nothing's easy getting championships. I'm trying to say that
Yeah.
by any means.
Right. We know this.
Well, since we're on basketball,
Yes.
the WNBA just had a draft.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So we're going to talk a little bit about
The red hot WNBA.
Yeah,
It is red hot. Mm-hmm.
couple. Of course, I think the biggest thing, one of the biggest things, I think, as soon as Caitlin Clark went first, obviously first pick, and her contract came out, the world went crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, why is she should be making more than that, blah, 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 blah. And I think, for me, I think most people out there know that in my big girl world, I'm in HR. So compensation, I understand very well. And I don't panic at first set. I see things like that, like there's a story behind that. So, 130% more an NBA draft pick, obviously, as you can see, over a WNBA.
That looks like 3,000% more.
Doesn't it? I know, right? But, as I was doing some research into this and looking a little deeper, the NBA has 50 years above the WNBA. They have a soft cap of 136 million, the NBA. The WNBA has a 1.5 million hard cap. So there are so many differences. I think what the WNBA is doing right now, though, from what I understand, they have an expansion plan in place, and they're going to try to elevate up to 16 teams. They're going to really start working on some media deals and things that will drive that money. Because right now, too, the NBA, they're like up here and WNBA's down here. The NBA pays their players 50% of revenue versus 10% on WNBA because they don't have revenue, right?
Yeah.
So
well, I don't know.
hopefully I think we're going to see this really change, and especially after this year. And just like we saw today that came out, the $28 million Nike endorsement deal that Caitlin Clark just got. So there are those
there's trade-offs. There's trade-offs.
Right. There's trade-offs.
My issue with it now is, before, yes, the pay discrepancy was understandable because it's a lot smaller than the NBA and what have you. Now that the female sport in itself, the women's side of things, all of the players now, I mean, these girls and these women that are coming up have so much more skill and so much more to offer now, and they're drawing so many viewers now. And before it was, we don't have lots of sponsors. These ladies have sponsors on their uniforms now. They're selling out season tickets. The Aces have sold out. They're selling out arenas. They changed the arena that the Mystics and the Fever were going to play in for the first game of the season from a I think it was from a smaller venue of like 4,500 people, and it's going, I think, to the Capital One Arena. So it's, they can bump up the view, the ticket sales up to the 20,000 that the arena holds. And, I think at some point the WNBA is going to run out of excuses as to why these women aren't getting paid more. You know that they're selling out on season tickets. They're selling out in arenas. They're getting exposure now in commercials like State Farm and Nike. They're getting their own shoes. They're getting millions of dollars. They're getting
Caitlin Clark's jersey has sold more than all of the NFL jerseys put together last year.
Angel Reese sold out first. These ladies are a hot commodity right now, and they're being shafted, and it's a damn shame. And I think needs to change now.
But I think that's part of this, from what I understood, that the WNBA does have this. They've got what they're calling the expansion plan. So they are working like hard to get it right. So let's see what happens. When let's see what the final plan ends up being. And I think this year they really that really came to light.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I mean, you're definitely right on everything you guys have said. I mean, the viewerships I predicted was going to be for the men's tournament for the college would be outviewed by the women's, and not only did they outview them, they crushed them.
They did.
And the star power in the WNBA and college women's basketball right now is greater than it's ever been. And it has a lot to do with the people that did come before it. Like, now I'm drawing a blank. I'm so horrible with names. Cheryl Swoops and whatnot. Like all was it the Houston Comets or who's the first like dynasty team? Can you remember?
Was it the Mercury?
It was Houston. It was Houston, I believe.
I think it probably was. I don't know.
I think Cheryl Swoop was on there. I'm so horrible remembering things right now. But look at like Paige Beckers is still going to come out. You got her coming in. Angel Reese, like all these names. I didn't know a player's name in the men's tournament. Not one. And I probably could name like 5 or 6 of girls.
Right.
And I don't watch college basketball at all. But I knew who all these girls were, and it just tells you like where the sport's going. Like,
yep, they're becoming household names.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, look at the women's soccer is so much bigger than the men's soccer here.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I've noticed that too. Yep. I've noticed that too. So we got Jamie saying the women's game is a perfect combo of the new school 3-point shooting with the old post. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
That is.
I think has a lot to do with it too, because a lot of times we watched basketball because they could do things that we couldn't do, and we were fascinated by the dunk. The dunk was the NBA. The dunkers were the bigs were. Now it's shooting, and anybody can shoot. It doesn't matter gender or size. Like you could shoot. You could be 5'5". If you could shoot and get your shot off, you're gonna make it.
Woo! 4'11".
Look at Earl Boykins, the shortest person ever to play in the NBA out of Cleveland. I think he was like 5'4" or something like that. And the dude could shoot, and that's what got him where he was.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
I had a little more basketball. I was going to talk about this just because I'm actually really excited about. Have you seen the new men's Team USA roster?
No.
Men's basketball. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, Bam Adebayo, Anthony Edwards, Drew Holiday, and Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, they need to get Joel Embiid off there and put my boy Jared Allen on there immediately. 1, for his health. 2, I love Jared Allen, and who doesn't want to see that throw in the Olympics?
I haven't been this excited about a team in this long since probably the Dream Team. This looks like a formidable. Yeah.
It's like a nice mix of the old veterans that we love, and the new, like even the middle guys like Jason Tatum, the guys who are kind of really running the league, and the up and coming guys like Halliburton stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But no calves are on it. That's my only grief.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
And
want
I
to see like an Evan Mobley on there or something, or just to learn.
true. I'm surprised to see LeBron on there. I think this is like his last hurrah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. We're getting
It'll be
The
so
game-
sad when
The
he
game
retires.
is gonna miss him. The game is gonna
For
miss him.
sure.
All those people who talk shit, they're gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy is a spark plug for conversation on social media.
Oh,
You
yeah.
say something, people are like either like it and you get thousands of likes, but then you look at the comments and you're like, Jesus, you people are so angry.
So much anger.
So angry.
So angry.
Oh my goodness.
All right. What do we have up next in our table talk?
I don't
Moving
know.
into-
Did you have a Kevin update by chance?
I do.
I
do.
So what's going on with Kev?
There he is. So I'll take a moment. Hi, Kev. So if I'm sure someone.
So you're on like first name basis with him, and not even first name. You got pet name like Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call
Nice.
him Kev.
We just call him
Nice.
Kev. So I'm sure you all have heard, he had a press conference last week. He also had a couple of interviews that he did, ESPN Cleveland and 92.3 The Fan. So,
I was supposed to have my question read to him, by the way, and it didn't get. It wasn't, and I'm not happy about it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll tell him if you want.
Yeah, please. I asked him. I just wanted to know because that dude will not say anything. He could talk for 8 minutes straight and not tell you anything somehow, and it's like
He's magic.
it's like he's like Bill Belichick, but nice and polite about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that's
was like-
a good way to put
Very
it.
nice. So what he did say a few things that I kind of picked up on, and on the one thing was he said, and I thought, so April 15th, great day. On April 15th, players came back in, classroom, starting some strength work. They're in the weight room. Said Nick Chubb's been in there in the morning, getting his rehab in, really working hard at rehabs. We're like, oh, Nick Chubb. And then he talked on, I can't remember, I think it was 92.3 The Fan, where the question came up about Vrabel. Like, I can't believe you're so, I think it was worded to him like, I can't believe you're so secure having another head coach in the building with you, right? And he was like, he calls him Braves. I welcome Braves here. He's been helping Andrew Berry watch tapes for the draft. He's been working really close with Bubba on this kick return, these new kickoff rules. And, he and Bubba are out there, helmets on, practicing things out. I think that's such a positive thing. And he's not even remotely, afraid of him. Also, though, another thing, and I did post about this, is...
So wait, are you saying a guy being secure is a good thing?
Yes!
You hear that, man? Just a tip. Just a tip for you guys out there. Don't be insecure about other guys.
No, don't. Don't even worry about them.
It's a turnoff.
I know.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's for the guys that don't know out there.
Yeah. So Kevin has created a foundation called the Keepers Foundation. And he was talking about this on 92.3 The Fan. And what it is, a foundation that's helping youth be involved in different programs. And the one that he's going to do is they're doing a Friday night. Are you ready for this one? No, not a Friday night. A night under the lights, boys and girls flag football game. So cool, so fun. The page just went up. Honest to God, I'm not even joking when I tell you this. The person that created it liked it. I was number 2 when the page went live. And
I'm also not surprised at all.
Not surprised. So on June,
I would be surprised if you weren't in the top 5. Then I would be surprised.
Come on. On June the 13th. So this is a message I really want to get out to everybody. So June the 13th, there is a fundraiser, and it is a night by the lake with Kevin Stefanski. I already have my tickets. bought the
Do you have your outfit picked out and everything too?
I really have to work on that next. I need that. So I need to figure out an outfit for that. But what I need everyone to do is I need everyone to buy a ticket and then not go. So it ends up being me and Kevin Stefanski by the way.
That is genius.
See my method here? You're still donating. You don't have to get dressed up and go.
Well, I got a tough question for you.
Yeah.
What if his wife is there?
I think the babysitter will get sick or something.
Is she like invisible to you pretty much?
Yeah.
She's just not even there's no such thing. What wife? She's just an anomaly. She's not real.
Right. She actually looks like me.
Maybe it's just a fake wife so that, a bunch of girls aren't bothering him during the season.
Could be. Yeah. It's a decoy. Wife.
Total decoy.
Yes, decoy. So it was like, they were all great interviews. I think this foundation is great. And like I said, it just went live and it's slowly coming up on social media. So I'll share the page as I get it and then donate if you can. That'd be great. So that's all I have on the Kevin front.
Kev
front.
It's Kev. It's Kev.
Kevin, the Kev.
I'm surprised your name isn't Kevin's girl tonight.
I know I change all the time. When we have our meetings, I'm Kevin's woman.
Yeah, Kevin's woman. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's usually what I put.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
funny.
So, we were going to talk a little bit about soccer, weren't we?
Yes, we do. Do you want to do a quick WWE real quick or no?
We can after.
Let's do crunch first.
Yeah.
Because
go ahead.
I saw that on Voice of the Land you were covering the crunch this weekend. I thought, oh my gosh, the crunch, what's going on? Because this is first I heard of this. I mean, before they were the Force, now they're. So what's your update, APJ, with the crunch?
The Crunch, they just won their championship.
I mean,
we got the city of Cleveland are once champions again, and didn't get barely any coverage from any of the radio stations because I don't know why they're haters. Soccer is it's a fast growing sport in the United States, believe it or not. It's not as big as the other three, but it is growing.
It is
super fast amongst the youths.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been back for I think like 5, 6 years now. My co-host Kevin Arnold is the play-by-play guy for him with Munch Bishop, and we have a lot of their players come on our show now and stuff, and do a lot of interviews with them. We had their goalie on and their captain. We just call him Captain Crunch, which I think is just the greatest nickname.
That is awesome.
That's great. That is great.
Well, I had a couple of fun facts about the crunch that I wanted to share.
Ooh, that's lit.
So,
my favorite.
That's great. I laughed during that one.
I pulled these up. I just ran a little Google search and I was just looking for some random stuff about the crunch.
They have 5 stars, by the way. Now, there's a fun fact for you.
They do?
Each one of those stars represents the championship. Now they have 5.
That's awesome.
That is a good idea.
Well, that's a fun fact I didn't know. So we could
just
kind of build on that.
That's the same thing for if you are in the World Cup. I think it was Argentina that just won with Messi. Now they get, I think, 3 stars. You get a star above your little logo every World Cup you win.
That is amazing. See,
I've just learned that too. I learned a lot about soccer from Kevin. I'm not going to come on here and try to act like I'm some kind of expert. I'm just speaking right from Kevin.
Hey,
no, that's great.
That is okay. And then you were able to plug your show, and for the people that are out there watching that are into soccer, now you have somewhere to go for all of your Cleveland Crunch news.
Oh, Kevin will tell you, when it's soccer, especially World Cup, I can't not let him talk soccer. Like, there's no one else that really talks soccer. Like, if you watch all the Cleveland podcasts, 80% of them is 80% talk of Browns talk, which is fine. I understand everyone loves the Browns. I love the Browns the most too. But yeah, I got to give love to all the Cleveland teams.
We do, and that's what when I saw this on yours, I oh my gosh, we have to talk about that. I didn't even know. This is amazing news.
Yeah. So, I guess one of the facts that I had pulled up was that the Cleveland Crunch soccer team had replaced the Cleveland Force in the major indoor soccer league, and this was after an Akron stockbroker, George Hoffman, failed to reach an agreement with Bart and Scott Wolstein to buy the Force. So the Force. And this is the soccer team that I remember growing up in Cleveland. And so the Force were forced out of their name due to a failed agreement to buy the team. And in 2002, the team was rebranded the Cleveland Force in honor of the former team of the same name. After 4 seasons in the MISL, the team folded in 2005. A new team bearing the Cleveland Crunch name joined Major Arena Soccer League 2 for the 2021 season. So, good stuff.
It is good stuff. I never knew any of that. See,
have you guys ever gone to an indoor soccer game?
Nope.
Not an indoor. I've gone to. I don't even remember.
It's so different. It
Is
is like soccer and hockey combined. It is like crazy more physical. It's nonstop. Like they scored 22 goals the one game I took my nephew to.
Jeez.
Like it is complete. Like watching hockey on TV is not nearly as entertaining as watching it live.
Mm-hmm.
Like hockey live is like probably the best sport to watch live. I'd say indoor soccer is right there with it. Like it's really good to watch. Yeah. And I'm not a soccer fan. Like I said, I never played the game in my entire life. Never watched it until Kevin started making me watch it, and now I'm starting to get into it, especially the indoor soccer.
Good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to. We're going to start paying attention. Right.
Yeah. I'm still learning
it's gonna
soccer.
Have to be a Bougie Sports remote from there or something. You'll have to get Stefanski girl. You need to get out there and video you out there.
I will.
And
you're all the way in Colorado. Otherwise, I'd say you should go too.
I actually, I go to. I don't even remember the name of the team out here, but I went once. And then and as far as hockey, I've been to a few Avalanche games. Those are so fun. So,
I mean, the Crew won the last championship for MLS.
Yeah.
We got October. I'm trying my best to get tickets so me and Kevin can go watch Messi play there.
Oh yeah, Messi was a big pickup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge for soccer over here to have Messi here.
Yes, it is. I remember seeing that in the news. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Kevin's gonna be so proud of me and be like, dude, you gotta go watch this. I talk soccer.
That's right.
It's like, oh.
Without him. Yeah. Right?
If we talked Bluey, he'd be so proud. I'm not going there though.
Well, let's move on to WWE.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit of WWE.
I know. So a lot's happened in the last couple weeks since we were on last. I mean, the first big thing that comes to my mind, because as you all know, this is new to me. I'm still learning how things go. And I was taken aback that Rhea Ripley lost already her title.
Yeah,
and now it's on to Becky. I'm like, what goes on here?
She lost it to Becky Lynch?
No. Rhea Ripley injured her shoulder when Liv Morgan attacked her backstage. She actually got injured and had to relinquish her belt. And they had a battle royale last night on Monday Night Raw, and Becky Lynch ended up winning.
Yep.
Which I'm just like, meh. Like, I feel like somebody else should have got a chance. She was already a champ. And I feel like they could have.
That's the Cleveland in you.
It's our turn.
Yeah.
Our turn.
I'd like to see someone else get it.
Sharing is caring.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's been a big deal on the women's side.
Yeah. And what do you got going on for the men's side?
We've got, the one thing was, Seth, I didn't know this either. Seth Rollins tore his meniscus during night one of the WrestleMania, went through all of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yes.
Like, this is just crazy.
Yep. Lots of injuries.
Yep. And then coming up, big deal, Backlash in France on May the 4th, where AJ is going to try to defeat Rhodes.
Yes. Then there's another pay-per-view actually coming up. I believe it's in Saudi
Wait, they
Arabia.
have a match on May the 4th?
They do.
If someone doesn't force choke someone in a match, I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh my god.
I don't know watch it, but how do you drop the ball and not use that and just sit there and you say, be great.
Right? Right?
Yeah, there's another pay-per-view coming up too. This is kind of a big one. It's actually in Saudi Arabia. It's the King and Queen of the Ring. Right now, women, from what I know, have not been confirmed for the match. But right now, Xavier Woods, Gunther, and McIntyre are set to fight for the King of the Ring crown. So that's another one coming up. And also the SmackDown draft is this Friday, and the Raw draft is on next Monday. So there's going to be
my first experience.
Yeah, so there's going to be a mix-up with some stars going from SmackDown to Raw, Raw to SmackDown, some staying, some going. So that's going to be a little bit of a mix-up to keep a lookout for in the coming weeks.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
So are you guys going to go to SummerSlam when it comes here?
I would love to. I would love to.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Last we really want to call out on WWE too. Sandra, you and I talked about the duo, Jane Cargill and Bianca Belair. Holy smokes!
See, I thought one of them would have won the belt and been in the Battle Royale.
Right.
But it's almost the one thing I don't like about WWE is they hold back their stars for so long that you're just like dying to see them wrestle. I've only seen Jade Cargill wrestle like twice, and she's been in and out the ring in like a couple minutes. So.
Yeah. Yep.
But I feel like something's going to be cooking in the meantime with Belair and Jade Cargill teaming up right now and tag team with Charlotte Flair out injured. When she comes back, I see something big happening as well as with Rhea Ripley. So I'm just gonna look for some plot twist. With that particular triangle or square of women. I said triangle. No, it's 4 women. So the square.
You know what's funny about the WWE? It's just like soap operas. You could leave for years, come back, pick it right back up, and it's just like, same thing over and over.
I stopped watching it when I was 12, when my mom made me cry and told me it was fake.
Yeah, I still haven't been over it. I'm still not over it.
And then, and then I started to watch it again when I was dating my husband at the time. He was like, "Let's watch Raw," and then it just became a thing where we watched it.
Yeah.
Every week. And the only time
who did you like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, oh gosh. There was a few I loved watching. I loved watching the Iron Sheik. I liked Hulk Hogan. I liked Ultimate Warrior. I loved Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. I loved all those guys. I could watch them all. I was
a Hulkamaniac.
Undertaker.
Oh my gosh.
Bret the Hitman Hart. And then I love the Rockers for my tag team. So yeah,
I always liked the British Bulldog because I liked his dog.
Awesome. Yes,
he had that awesome dog with him.
So cute. Yes.
And then I was not a fan of Jake the Snake because I don't want a giant boa constrictor anywhere near me.
Oh, he was one of my favorites. I loved the snake on people.
He was a great heel, but I just I'm not afraid of snakes, but I just don't like people like, oh, hold my boa. I'm like, nah, I'm good. If that thing has the ability to strangle me, I'm out.
I need to show you guys a picture. One of my husband's friends had a boa constrictor, and it was about 4 feet long, and there's a picture of him wrapped around my arm. Yeah, I love snakes.
Nope.
You could pay me, and I'd go to the Everglades, and I'd hunt them down for money. I hate them so bad. They freak me out, man.
Snakes and bees, man. Snakes and bees. I can't.
Maybe it's because my dad has a actual phobia of snakes. Like gardener snakes scare him. They don't bother me. I don't like that's what I'm saying. Snakes, I'm not a fear, but those boa constrictors, man.
Well,
and I always felt like he was gonna end up like killing someone in this ring with the boa constrictor one day.
You know, one of the things you got to worry about out here in Colorado when you out in the springtime, when you go hiking or if you're going to the park, rattlesnakes come out in the
Great. I'm going to
springtime.
be there in August.
No,
Well, they
they're
warn
way
you.
more numerous. Huh?
They kind of warn you, don't they?
Yeah, but there's been a couple of times where they strike without notice, and there's been a few stories, but yeah, you have to be careful. They'll have like warnings in the news, like there's a lot of rattlesnakes out. You be on the lookout when you're walking your dog, and stay away from like tall brush and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
Great.
I try to
That's
avoid
the
places
one-
that have animals that'll kill me.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the nice things, I've been talking about possibly moving back to Ohio with my husband, and he goes, "There's no snakes or anything poisonous there."
No,
'Cause
it's
out
very
here-
safe.
So
Yeah,
great.
out here you have the rattlesnakes, and then a couple summers ago there was a mountain lion that was out in the loose in the neighborhoods here, jumping fences and stuff. So
Over
And
here, we just have stray cats.
Yes. We have orange cones.
lots of those. I
We
know
got
that hasn't
chuckles.
changed, huh? So
have
that still
potholes.
hasn't changed.
No.
No, we still got potholes,
No,
and a bunch of stray
construction
cats.
But all right. Well, we need to wrap it up, you guys. We do have a couple announcements, though. We do have 2 events coming up. First, on May 11th at 6 o'clock, Yvette and I will be at the West Coast Golf Club. We are going to be doing a live podcast from there. We will have a bay there where people can come up and shoot, balls, I should say. And then you also enter, you have to be present. You can enter to win a spot in our actual golf outing that is on August 16th at Copper 9 o'clock the tea time. And we do have a link now to directly pay for that as well. So we'll post that again tonight too. So that's up in the feed for August 16th. Lastly, Yvette has a podcast next week on May 1st at 5 o'clock. She is going to be talking about fantasy football and the draft, all that good stuff. She always has some good content coming up for you. So thank you, APJ, for coming on. I know we met last spring, and then when this all came out, I put on to yours. Now it's going to come on to ours. So I'm so glad we got to.
Well, you guys are welcome to come on our show whenever either one of you want to. You're great on camera. You're great, doing a great job here. And tell everyone that I'll be at your golf outing. I won't be golfing for the safety of everybody else. But my birthday's in 5 days, so everyone, if you want, bring me a present. I'm cool with that.
Birthday.
Are you coming just for dinner?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out, maybe video a little bit for you guys or something. But
Oh, that'd be great. Okay, yeah. And then if you want to do just dinner with unlimited beer, it's $50. So
well, I'm not a drinker,
that
but
option
I
too.
definitely like food.
Yes, there you go. So there you go. And last but not least, again, remember to subscribe and follow us on YouTube at Booty Sports, on X at The Real SquadPod, Booty Sports on Facebook as well. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Lysandra, do you have any parting words?
Gosh, I'm just really excited for the playoffs. And
Go Cavs!
Yes, go Cavs, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with more updates and more fun.
Yep, it'll be great. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.